It's time for Artist Direct on KDEC FM 100.5, your local connection to the music scene. Today's program is made possible by Holstrom Jewelers, Elm Street, Cresco.
Come down and go his bail. Well, I get another beer. I'm gonna drink it slow. I give him time to stew, then I'll be ready to roll. I'm a beer away. Oh, a beer away. I'm a beer away. Call me now.
Oh my gosh, that was great. I'm just a beer away. Nice. It's FM 100.5's Artist Direct, and we are thrilled to have in studio Joe and Vicki Price. Hey, you guys, thanks for coming in.
You're welcome.
It's good to have you here. Gosh, I'm sitting here thinking that it's been a little while since we've had you in, and some changes have happened. You guys are now residents of this fair town.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Who allowed that?
The people of Lansing.
Are you on loan to us for a little while in Decorah?
Yes. We'll be here for a while.
Oh, that's so great. Well, it's good to have you guys in town. I love that we're going to see you at the grocery store having a beer.
Yep. Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Hopefully not, getting bailed out.
Hopefully not.
Yeah. But at least I know who to call if I need help.
Yes, that's right.
So, Joe and Vicki, tell me about that song. Did you write that?
Yes, I did.
I love it.
We were playing in a little bar in Dubuque, South Side, and at the end of the night, this guy, Lefty, was talking with the boss, and Lefty says, Pam, I'm going to leave the car behind the bar and call the wife up. She's frying steaks at the Legion Hall and have her come pick me up. So he's on his cell phone, and he hangs up, and he goes, Oh, you can give me another one. She says she's a beer away. And I thought, that'd make a really good song.
I like that. I'm going to start using that as my time differential.
Yeah.
I'll be there in 2 beers.
Yep.
I would imagine that might not be the only song that came to mind after playing a show or while playing a show.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
You've got a nice catalog of stuff.
Yeah. And it happens when you're out playing.
Yeah, how much do you find that the people that come to your show or that are in places where you are hanging out, how much do you find that they end up in your songs later?
Every time, almost. That's where we get our material.
Yeah, you can't write about yourself all the time. You have to, you have
You
to
hear
write about the world you see.
when people are in a bar, they like to tell you,
Stories.
and they'll tell you everything. They'll spill their guts.
Oh, that's so good. So where's the line then between telling someone's story exactly so that they would notice that that's actually them and feel nervous about it, or taking a story and then and having to totally rearrange it? Like where do you draw the line? Can you just use someone's story?
There is no line.
Yeah.
No.
There's no line.
I would think if Joe and Vicki Price are going to tell my story in one of their songs, I would be quite happy about it, right?
Yeah. You are happy when... I was thrilled when Mike McAbee wrote I Need a Vicki.
Okay, do you know that he unveiled that song here on Artist Direct? He's like, I got a new song. I just wrote it in the car last night while I was driving. And he was still working on a few verses. And then he sang I Need a Vicki. And I was like, okay, this is when you know you become a cultural icon, is when other people start writing songs about you and your public personas, right? The song about Vicki Price and having to deal with Joe. In Mike's own imagination, right?
Yeah.
It ain't all that bad. I didn't think.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah.
That's so good. Well, it's so fun. How many places have you guys lived in Iowa?
Actually, we have lived in Lansing the last 25 years.
Yeah,
so this was a
25
big
years.
move.
This was a big move.
Yeah.
Does it sort of inspire new creativity now when you're in a new town?
Oh.
Like new setting? Is it
Yeah.
exotic at all?
Yeah.
Is Decorah exotic?
Yeah, it is.
Yes, we liked it here.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so great.
And I think it's because of the college and all the things that are offered here. You guys have a lot going on here. That's fun. We've went to a concert at the Art House, and we're hoping to do more things. And so there's a lot going on.
That's so cool.
that-
Well, it's good
that
to
we
have you
wanted
guys here.
Be a part of.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of things we're a part of, we're here on Artist Direct FM 100.5, and I want to thank Holstrom Jewelers on Elm Street in Cresco for sponsoring this program. Really means a lot that they are supporting live music and local music and regional music and national music like we have here with
Let's hear some more music, and then we'll talk about where you can hear these folks live in person this weekend, because Joe and Vicki got a couple of shows coming up, right?
Yes, we do.
So let's hear another tune, and then we'll talk about where you're going to be.
Tell me who's that girl? Got the big shoes on. She's out on the street. Oh yeah, baby. Jumping up and down. Jumping up and down. Jumping up and down. She's out on the street. Jumping up and down. Tell me who's that girl? Got a diamond ring. Back in that corner.
was good to see.
Artist Direct with Joe and Vicki Price this morning on FM 100.5, brought to you by Holstrom Jewelers in downtown Cresco. Joe, tell me about that guitar. You guys come in here and you don't need any amplification. There's no shortage of sound that emanates from your voices and from your instruments. What is that you're playing this morning?
This is Nellie Bell, and it is a 4-year-old National steel-bodied guitar made in San Luis Obispo, California, especially for me.
Oh, yeah?
It's beautiful.
Yes,
It's beautiful.
Yes, it's custom made.
It's the custom Joe Price guitar right there. Now, when you all play shows like the ones we're going to talk about this weekend, is that do you plug in, or is that strictly for an acoustic show?
I can do either. That's
Yeah?
that's the beauty about these. It's made out of steel.
Yeah.
And it has a round dish in the center of it that is made out of steel that acts like a metal speaker. And it gives it that twang. And it's very loud, and it was designed for, back in the 1920s, for jazz musicians and street corner musicians, and it was before there was electric guitars.
Yeah. So it's designed to put out, you've got to be able to have a sound that cuts through the din of a pub you're playing in, right? And that does it.
Or you can plug it right in. It's got a little place you plug it in, and a volume and tone knob. And
So
you
when
can
they
get real loud.
make something specific for you, what were one or a few of the requirements that you had for a guitar that you wanted?
Well, it's made out of very thin steel, for one thing, and it's made like my old National grandma.
Yeah.
And I wanted that sound, so they made it up with thinner steel, and it was the first time they'd ever done that. The old ones had flat fretboards. Nowadays, they have round fretboards.
Yeah.
Back in the day when they were cheap, they didn't bother to round them off. They were flat. Okay, therefore you could play. Okay. Now you don't have frets clanking in your way because they're all flat.
That makes
your
sense.
slide will go over the top of them.
But now they make them round?
Yeah, most, yeah.
So those are some good modifications that actually make a lot of sense.
Oh yes, for slide. Yeah.
That's cool.
So you'll be playing that one tonight?
I will. Yes, it goes with me everywhere.
Yeah. We'll be at Goodfellas in Walk On tonight at 8 o'clock.
Good.
And then tomorrow at the Safe House in Lansing at 9.
Okay, so 8 o'clock tonight, Goodfellas. Tomorrow night, Lansing at
The
9.
Safe House.
The Safe House.
Yep.
I haven't been to the Safe House.
Oh, great
yeah.
pizza.
Really?
Really good pizza there.
That's a fun place.
Oh, I want some pizza now.
And Vicki, is that the guitar you play at shows too, or
No,
what do you
this is
normally
my
use?
at-home little guitar. This is my little Art and Luthier. I have an Eastwood Tuxedo, which is like a Bernie Kessel jazz guitar I play. And then I have a National. I have a wooden National called a Radio Tone, and I play that.
A wooden National.
Yep.
That's interesting.
We have an endorsement by the Eastwood Company, and they make the Airline series, which was old catalog guitars you could buy out of the catalog back in the 50s.
That's so great.
They look wonderful.
And they play just like the old ones and sound like the old ones.
And they look like old Cadillacs.
Yeah.
They do.
So they have that good, like, classic look to them.
They do.
Right? Yeah. That's so sweet. So that's kind of, one of the fun things about seeing Joe and Vicki is there's a number of things. Number one, it's that they've always got these great guitars that you can stare at. I mean, I've seen people do it. Other people will be dancing, like we do. We tend to look like dorks and we're just dancing. And then you've got a couple of people, especially a couple of guys standing there staring at the guitars. And then a couple of guys staring at Vicki.
That makes me nervous too.
But the fun thing is, I mean, you guys interact so well that there's something kind of cool about having a music partner that is also your partner for life. I mean, you guys read each other, you look at each other. When Joe started going off at the end there and playing his own little run at the end, I was enjoying watching you, Vicki, just watching him go, yep, there he goes.
There he goes.
We don't know when he'll end, but we're just going to watch him. And you were smiling.
There's not much you can do about it.
Yeah.
So.
No, I loved it. It was
and
perfect.
enjoy.
I just have to imagine that creates kind of a cool sense when you're on stage together that you don't get with other people.
Yeah. we don't get to play a whole lot with other people. So, but when we do, we have fun. Just it's easier to play with each other because we've done it so long. You know, it's just kind of like breathing. It gets that way.
Just becomes natural.
It does. It does.
Well, before we let you guys go, we want to hear another song because it's just so great to hear you guys. It's nice to have you back in studio. I have to thank Benji Nichols for hooking us up with this.
Yeah.
Yep.
Thank you, Benji.
Yeah, Tim and Benji.
Well, we had a hunch that Benji knew you were playing a couple shows this weekend, and we had a hunch that you'd be. We didn't know how busy you were with the move and all, but we were hoping you'd be available this morning.
Needed a break.
Yeah, well, good. Glad we could help you out with that. So we'll see you in Walk On tonight.
All right.
Goodfellas in the place in Lansing again tomorrow
Safe
night.
House.
Safe House in Lansing tomorrow night.
And what song are we going to hear?
This is a request that I have had, and it's called Grandma's Music
And
Box.
I get to listen. I don't
Okay,
know.
all right.
Thank you for listening to Artist Direct, presented by Holstrom Jewelers, Elm Street, Cresco. Catch Artist Direct again next week, right here on FM 100.5 KDEC.